Our breath is directly linked to our emotions. And you just have to think for a moment the last time you were nervous, when you were anxious, when you were frustrated, or perhaps in that situation where you're waiting for the phone to ring and maybe it's the results of a job interview, and that phone call is going to change your life, whether you get the job or whether you don't. So you're waiting for the phone to ring. Suddenly, the phone rings, and what do? You breathe in, and it's all done with the upper torso. You've just sent your body into full on fight flight. You've activated the sympathetic nervous system immediately. That message from the breath itself, just from that one unconscious breath, has sent a message from the chest area up to the brain. The brain has released the chemicals to stimulate the adrenal glands sitting above your kidneys to release adrenaline, to send you into a state where you're able to fight a predator or run away from one. But we're just kind of waiting to answer the phone. So, do we really need to be in full fight flight? How are we going to talk to this person on the end of the phone and have some kind of clarity, have some kind of focus when we're completely in fight flight mode? And by the way, when you're in this mode, you don't have a great deal of oxygen to this frontal cerebral cortex because all of the oxygenated blood has gone to where you need it for fighting a predator or running away from it. So all of that blood has gone to your lungs, to your heart, to your large muscles so that you're able to survive the ordeal. But we don't really need to be in such a stressed out position. So what do you do if you're super aware? You've been practicing a little bit of breathing, you hear that phone ring, and straight away you start to do a nice big full torso belly breath. You first of all exhale all of the air out before you answer the phone. You exhale that breath out and you squeeze the intercostal muscles between the ribs. You squeeze the upper and the lower abdominals. And then before you inhale, you pop out the belly and you start your in-breath. And you take that in-breath slowly all the way up through your body, then into your chest cavity, expand it all outwards. And then you can start to breathe those nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And you go and answer the phone. And you haven't lost your oxygenated blood from your frontal cerebral cortex. You're not in fight flight. You've actually calmed yourself down with just 2 or 3 simple breaths. And that's really all it takes to get you out of an anxious state. Now, this can work for when you're in panic mode, when you can feel anger rising within you, when you're at your most anxious, when you feel completely overwhelmed. You can simply become conscious of how you're feeling in your body. That's very, very important. If you're not aware, then obviously you're going to act like you always do in a subconscious, habitual manner. But if you can be aware of your reaction and then think, okay, breath, I need to do my breathing. And once again, you focus on the exhale, not on the inhale. So you start that exhale, you squeeze the rib cage, all of the air moves out of the chest cavity. You squeeze the upper abdominals, the lower abdominals. The air is all squeezed out like a tube of toothpaste. Your entire torso is empty of air. And then you allow your lower belly to pop out and you start that breath in from the lower belly, taking that breath up through the entire torso. You expand the chest area. On that inhale, hold it for a moment at the top, and then do it all over again. Crushing down on that torso, really squeezing every last drop of air out. Allow the belly to pop out and inhale once again. you'll feel yourself calming down so quickly. So next time somebody tells you when you're all anxious and you're frustrated, oh, well, you could try meditation. Yeah. We don't live on mountaintops, you know. This is the modern world where we've got to be able to cope with stressful situations that hit us full on at any time of the day. And sitting down in meditation is not going to help you unless you've been practicing it quite a while and you're willing to wait half an hour to get there. The breath is what works. It's the power to change your emotions. Just like the breath can actually fire up emotions, the breath can also control your emotions. So don't let your breath control you. You control your breath. And in doing so, you will be in control of your emotions.